Hello everyone, up for sale today is an IBM 5170. It's a 6 megahertz 286. It's got a RAM board in it. The onboard RAM is 512K like most of these guys, and it's got an Intel above board RAM board, which gives it a total of 2.125 megabytes. You notice the floppy drives in there. It's got a 1.4 meg and a 1.2 meg, and they're both working great. The original one would have had a 1.2 and a 360, but the original drives weren't working, so I put these two in to get it back to functioning condition, and I thought that having a 1.4 meg would be a little bit more handy. This machine also has a few extra boards inside of it. One of them is a 16-bit multi-IO card with some fans on it. You'll see those in the pictures on the eBay listing. For some reason, the floppy controller or the hard drive controller that was built onto that board does not seem to like using compact flash cards. So what I decided to do was to put one of the Lo-Tech IDE adapters that we build in here, so that you can put a compact flash card in the back, and I'll show that here in a minute. But it's got a 4 gig SanDisk compact flash card, which gives it roughly two 2 gig partitions on drive C and D. The multi-IO board has a floppy controller, 2 serial ports, a joystick port. The original CMOS battery was dead, so I've actually replaced it with a 4 AA batteries, which are now taped into the back there. They're brand new batteries, so it should last for a number of years before you have to worry about replacing them. The CMOS does not draw a lot of current. It has an older VGA board. This machine's also got the BIOS modified. It's using AMI BIOS, and if you see up on top of the power supply there, the original ROM chips are just sitting up there on top, and I'm going to include those if you want to convert this back to the original code. The IBM 5170's hard disk controller type wouldn't support using Type 47 hard drives, and even though I'm using the Lo-Tech IDE adapter, I decided to go ahead and update that so you can make a little bit better use out of it and give you a little bit more functionality. That way you can hit delete to enter the BIOS, and you don't have to use the 5170 configuration disk to set this machine up. What I wanted to do is just, I got the case off of it right now, and the case, unfortunately, is a little bit rusty and a little bit messed up. The machine itself is actually in really good shape and working pretty well, but I wanted to show just a few programs on it, just show you how it's booting up and how it's working. Just finish this memory count. And you see some coming up and saying 286 BIOS AMI, or American Megatrends Incorporated, which is the updated BIOS for this machine. And you can hit delete to get into the BIOS configuration and set the floppy types and all that stuff. And now it's booting off the SanDisk. We've got himem.sys. First I'll show is memory. It's got its full 640K base memory, and the memory board I think is 3 megs or 2.5 megs, but since the onboard memory is only 512K, it's eating up about 128K of that, and I think it winds up eating a half meg of it, which brings it to 2.125 megabytes total. But let me just go into the games directory real quick here. I've got to actually go back and say I don't have a lot of stuff on here. It's got DOS 6.22. There's a directory in here for the Intel above board RAM board, which is just the configuration and stuff for it if you want to change that. There's a program called Check It, which is just a little diagnostics program that I like to run on these older machines. And then I put some freeware games mostly on here. I'll just fire a couple things up. Let's do... Jill of the Jungle. And let's just check out I think this is a Lucasfilm sampler disc. Just fire up here in a second. I'll just turn it off real quick. I just wanted to show you real quick a couple of the games and things that it can run, but it's been working great. We've been using it for quite a while now, so everything's looking pretty good on it. I'm going to go ahead and stop and show you the inside of the machine in the back. There's a card on the back that's about a 3/4 inch VGA card. The board you can see here with all the memory on it, that's the Intel above board RAM board. Then there's the multi-IO card that has 2 fans built in. And a little bit further down in the machine, it's hard to see it in here, but there's the Lo-Tech card and the compact flash adapter, which exposes the compact flash connector to the back of the machine. There's a 4 gig SanDisk card that I've got the hard drive stored on. And on the back there's the compact flash port. There's 2 serial ports and a printer port. And then over there is the VGA port. There's still about 1, 2, 3, 4 slots free in the back of the machine. You could cram things in if you like. As you can see, it's a little bit dirty in here. I don't know if it's easy to tell from the video, but this machine, I understand, sat in an aircraft hangar for quite a while, so it did get some dirt inside of it, but this one's been working pretty well. And I'll also show you the battery here. You can see that it's just stuck to the back of the machine. Here are the 2 floppy drives, and there's still some space left in there if you want to put an old hard drive back in there, but it's been removed. You probably shouldn't need it if you're going to use this compact flash card. I'm going to stop for a minute, put the case back on, and kind of give you an idea what the condition of the case looks like. So here's what the case looks like. That's a shadow from the monitor there, but as you can see, there's a little bit of rust on it. It's pretty dirty. We tried to clean it up as much as we could. The front of the plastic looks pretty good. Definitely some residue on it from mold, maybe a little bit of rust. It doesn't smell bad or anything like that, but it is a little bit worse for wear, unfortunately. And I was thinking about painting these, but I was afraid about ruining the texture on them, but that's probably something that you could do if you wanted to make it look, you know, pretty close to original. But all in all, it's actually a really good machine. It's working really well. As far as the 286 goes, it's got a pretty good set of features. I think the only thing I'd want to add to it if I had it would maybe be a sound card, but with the compact flash card in the back, you should be able to easily take it over to your PC, copy some games over to it, and be able to play whatever you want. So anyway, take a look at this on eBay, and take a look at some of the other items we have for sale. I've got a few more of these machines I'm going to be working on in the future, and unfortunately some of them have even worse cases than this one, so this is one of the better ones we have. Take care, and thanks for looking.